It's time for Top That Trade. Our pros are ready to play. Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network News contributor, and Alan Knuckman, the Chief Market Strategist at BullseyeOption.com. Good to see you guys here. Round number one, Evolution Solution. $4 trillion has poured into ETFs. Is that for the better or for the worse for the market?
Well, that just illustrates how these markets keep getting better and better for the individual consumer. Now, we've got no commissions. We've got very tight spreads, and now we've got vehicles. We can trade essentially any market, anytime, any direction. So the ETFs, I think, give us a whole avenue of possibilities that we didn't have in the past. Let's remember, people used to trade mutual funds. So this is one big deal for the individual consumer.
It is, and I think what it does, it gives them the opportunities to get exposed to sectors that in the past they probably couldn't. Whether it be precious metals or the stock market or, things that you would have to individually pick could be very dangerous. By getting into an ETF, it's a lot more manageable for the average person. So it's for the better.
Round number two, grain pain. Traders amassed a big bet on falling grain prices after that bumper harvest. What's your grain trade to avoid pain?
Right now it's almost amazing, with the weather that we had last year and around the world, that we had a bumper crop. And it's interesting because if you actually look at the carryover across the world, supplies are really tight when you compare it to demand. So I think the market has had a sense of complacency in the grain market, driven in part by hedge funds that are looking more short term than to the bigger picture. Bottom line in the grain market, there's not a lot of room for error. We better have another bumper crop, or you can see these prices go up dramatically.
It's only February, people. We're not even close to planting, even though it might feel like it with the weather outside. So we've got a lot to worry about for the year that could push the prices to the upside. So if you look right now, beans are no longer in the teens. So this has been a long time since soybeans have been in the non-teen digits.
Round number three, do not buy Guy. CNBC star Jim Cramer was a big fan of NVIDIA. He was right. Now he has 11 stocks, he says, that are on his do not buy list. What stocks are on your buy or sell list?
Well, he's someone that obviously is very emotionally excited about the markets, and I love that he's, illustrates the opportunities. This is not gambling, this is trading. So it doesn't really matter what you buy or sell. If you have a plan and you have discipline, you have risk control, you're going to be successful. Now, the TV personality side of him, he gets himself in trouble from time to time, sometimes like I guess we do. But, I would never tell someone not to buy a stock. I know he's come up with this list of stocks not to buy, but I always tell people that any trade's worth doing as long as you have a trading plan. I would never tell someone not to buy a stock. There's no benefit in that.
No, sell, buy, sell. Let me see. NVIDIA, buy, then sell, then buy back. I think, listen, NVIDIA was an incredible call, a historic call, and it did recognize the changing marketplace, and one of the reasons why the stock market has done so good by WTI. But there are stocks that may be out of favor, right? Some stocks that are NVIDIA, of course. I mean, it could pull back. It's really ahead of itself, maybe short term, but long term, the play is still there. Stocks that I don't like is Rivian, the electric car thing. I think the electric car dreams are blowing up. They're losing their charge, and I wouldn't recommend that stock at all.
Well, the funny thing is, who's the richest man in the world? Okay, no answer.
I thought it was you. I didn't know. It's not Knuckman? I thought it was Knuckman.
Here's your bonus round question for today. True or false? March is the time of year when animals start waking up from hibernation.
Well, it depends on the weather, I think. We've had some animals like bears have woken up in northern Michigan because we had 60 and 70 degree days. So I think it's more a function of the weather than it is the time.
I say it's March, and I know that's when Alan wakes up out of his
out of my slumber. I'm in a slumber right now.
It's true. Well played.
All that can spring ahead.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.